King of Spain has been quarantined on his private jet, so the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plane. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. Today we're going traditional British mainly. The soap is Mitchell's wool fat. Looks like that. It's supposed to look like that. Razor is English as well, from Sheffield, Wade and Butcher. It's a bit of a shame that the plating, I use it quite a bit, so the gold plating here is almost gone. It's a bit of a shame, but it's a pretty little razor, extra hollow grind, and yeah, it's from Sheffield, Inglaterra. Brush will be English as well, although the monsieur was Scottish, I believe. It is the Chubby Badger from Simpsons. Yep, we're gonna wet face. I pour some additional water on the brush to warm it up a bit. Okay, so we're lathering this thing. It's a morning shave today, which is quite unusual. I wanted to shave yesterday, and I have some meetings today, video meetings, so I want to look reasonably clean. But I was too tired, so at least too tired to record a video, which I wanted to do. So we're doing it this morning. So Mitchell's wool fat, not the easiest soap to lather, but it usually works out pretty well. Very nice soap to use once you get it right. If you have a very thick, big, dense brush like I do today, you want to load very heavily. And you know, why not? Why not load heavily? You can always put more water. I'm getting a cramp in my arm. You can always put more water in, and then, you know, if there's too much soap. Okay, that's gonna have to do it. Cool. So let's apply the lather to the face, because that's how we do it on this channel. Mitchell's has a rather distinctive scent, and it's hard to, it's hard to describe, but yeah, quite clean. You get just because you know there's lanolin and stuff in it, you kind of think, yeah, it smells like sheep. It doesn't really smell like sheep. We had sheep when I was growing up, so sheep smell quite differently. Maybe a little bit like wool, possibly. So I'm trying to get it spread out properly, because it is rather frothy once loaded, so you want to do this pretty dry to get it a bit cakey. I find it easier to do this with a less dense brush. I just wanted to do a bit of a classic shave today, classic English. So the soap is from Yorkshire, the razor is from Yorkshire, which is a province or a region in the north of England. Brush, I don't know. I think, as I said, I think Mr. Simpson was Scottish, or at least some Scottish YouTube shaver said so. But I believe the brushes were made in England. Is it London? I don't know. Should have checked. I should have checked. Yeah, I was watching some stand-up comedy yesterday, sort of highlights from Live at the Apollo in London or something like that. And there was this guy, I don't know who it was, I've never seen him before, British or Irish, who started with saying, you know, normal for the UK, a white guy who said, "I'm naturally Caucasian. My wife is from an island, city in Ireland, and my dad is Japanese." I thought that was funny. Then again, I think a lot of things are funny. I'm rather easily amused. It's good. It hasn't always been like that. When I was young, I made a virtue of not being easily amused. Easily amused was vulgar and banal, is that English? And then, you know, me and my friends, we wore all but black and wrote poetry. We wrote such bloody awful poetry. But then you grow up. I still have a few friends like that. You know, they're close to 50 and they're still wearing black and writing poetry. They have proper jobs, but they want to be poets, only drinking coffee all day or absinthe. This is what happens if you don't plan what you're going to say when you start recording a video. All nonsense. That's what usually happens to lathers with tricky soaps as well. If you're not paying attention when you're lathering, it turns into nonsense. So let's concentrate a bit and see if we can make this work. My buddy Chris at IMCDB put up a video, I think it was yesterday, where he showcased and sort of promoted 10 new YouTube channels, or actually 13, because he bunched the Chalmers family in Manchester together. Really cool thing to do. Really cool thing. Channels that are less than 6 months old, and just, you know, told people to be aware of these channels and please go check them out. Very cool. So I may forget, but if I do, go check IMCDB and his, I'm not going to say the latest video because they released it yesterday, so there might be 4 to 5 new ones. Okay. Straight razor shave, Sheffield steel. Oh, that's nice. This is recently honed and it is brilliant. I think imagining what you're using, such as old straight razors or soaps with original recipe or original formula from 1893. If that is the case, let's hope it is the case. And this is from 1880s as well. No, it isn't. It's newer, sorry. I don't know when this is from, but it's old, pretty old. I find that interesting. Not necessarily better, but interesting. You know, there's history to it. And these two towns, Bradford, where the soap is from, and Sheffield, where the razor is made, was made, are not far apart. Gonna say an hour's driving. Well, in those days it would have been horse and carriage, so perhaps a bit longer. But today, what do you guys Northern Englanders say? About an hour? Bradford is close to Leeds. I used to live in Leeds when it wasn't very posh. Not that posh now either, but it's posher. I've been back. Bradford's never really been posh. Sheffield, I'm not so sure. Sheffield was this steel town, and when the steel industry sort of caved in, so did Sheffield. So there was steel, there was coal, there was, well, textiles, etc. in Manchester and Leeds, I think. And Margaret Thatcher closed the mines. Don't even start. So this was 70s, 80s, I think. And the north of England was just in pieces, basically. And unlike some regions, the north of England picked itself up really well. There are a few funny movies, funny films with that sort of theme or background theme. There's The Full Monty, which is, I don't know if it's supposed to be set in Sheffield or if it's somewhere up there, but it's hilarious. The Full Monty. That's loads of films, I should know. Well, Billy Elliot is on that theme as well. That's a fantastic film. If you haven't seen it, well, you might have seen the musical. What else? God, there's quite a few more. My memory is just too bad. But anyway, those two you should see, no matter if you're interested in the decay of the Northern English heavy industry or mining industry, or if you just want to see a good movie, then check those two out. And what else? Northern England, decay. Guys, help me out. Paso numero 2, he says in pretend Mediterranean something language. Oops. Yep, so I gotta go to work. Work is 15 meters that way. It's a beautiful day today. I was just out with the dog. Hand isn't woken up yet. And it's going to be a beautiful weekend, sort of 25 degrees, I think, and sunshine, which by Swedish standards is fantastic. It's like finally, May's been so cold. Cold and dry. We don't mind dry too much, well the farmers do. But dry and cold is unusual where I live. It's usually wet and cold, or at least wet. Yeah, so I just started noticing that, thinking about summer and possibly going to the beach if we're allowed to do that. We will be in some way. But Jesus, I'm fatter and not very fit. I'm not going to go on a diet. I don't do diets. They don't help anyway. And as you know, if you follow me, I have no character. So I just eat. But I should do some exercises. For vanity purposes, just for me. So what I should do, I won't do it, but what I should do is pick up the 100 push-ups a day for 30 days thing again. I did that more or less complete in the beginning of the year, and it pays off. You know, if you start with just marshmallow body, it makes a difference in 30 days. It really does, even if you don't do 100 every day, which is really tough. But I should do something like that. I'm horrible at doing things consistently, so I need to turn it into a project somehow. But it would, you know, no one cares. Been married for God knows how long. So I don't think she cares really. So it's not for that. It's for me a bit, you know. And if you have a bit of a belly, I don't have a big one, but I have one. And you know, adding bit of a nick, or a weeper. It's not a cut, any of them. God, I'm rambling. Anyway, yeah, I should do something like that. There you go. My hands are a bit all over the place, so I'm not sure I'm going to do pickups because let's wet the hands and have a feel, yeah? See what it feels like. That's actually pretty good. I haven't missed any spots. Could do better in a few locations, but I'll call that good. Just gonna rinse off and I'll be back. Yeah, still feels good. All rinsed off. Not so bad little English shave. We are going to finish with, this sort of looks English, it's American, Thayer's Witch Hazel, the unscented version. I have a little bit left. I have some on the way in. It just takes forever to ship from America, so I'm dosing this out very slowly so I don't run out completely. Wow, that feels good. That feels good. Okay, gotta go to work. Guys and gals, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. I hope you get summer and good weather where you're at as well. Take care and stay sharp.